Hi, it's Kazuyoshi. Yesterday was a very long day for me. I started my morning, of course, at 9 a.m. It's not so early, but until I think 9 p.m., I had to meet 12 people, uh, and each of them are my team members. So each of were the one-on-one meeting for my team members. So if you are a manager, you have experienced something like that. And each people will have a 25-minute slot, but actually it extends, and so the next part of people have to wait an hour and a half. Or I have to apologize a lot. Sorry for keeping you wait. All those kind of things. And but I've been doing this for a long time, professionally as a coach, but before even when I was working at the corporation, and the manager, I had 20, 30 people for working for me. Of course, it's not for me, but in terms of the language, it sounds like that. So they're doing the job, and which I'm not expert at all. It's like a logistics thing. I never have done anything, but I was a logistic manager, so that's something. And because I don't know anything, what I can do is just ask about what they are doing and what they are thinking, what the challenges and what they are looking for, aiming for. So this process had helped me grow in one way, kind of a coaching skill. If I had known a lot of that, probably I would like to speak myself about the advice. But because I didn't know anything about that, but yesterday was kind of similar, but particularly when I was a logistic manager, it was totally the things that I have never done before. And all the people are the experts. So I just had to learn from them. The only thing that I would do is to listen to them and encourage them. And once the issues go on, I just talk to the supervisor in headquarters. That was the only job that I would need to do. But as I told you, that this process have helped me nurture some skill and experience doing things that you don't know. So I have a background in TEDx Signami, but this is just because I'm sitting in the sort of a warehouse office in the King of the Hill. So it's not so tidy. I don't think we should show this, but the other side of the lounge or those places are very cold. I'm the only person in the office today, so I don't want to turn the electrical heater on because it's consume a lot of money. So I'm staying in this room alone. So therefore, I have this background. But uh, being the manager, or I don't know, CEO of the baseball facility, which I've never played before, is another funny thing. And all of the people are the kind of a ex-pro or kind of something like that. So they are very good at throwing and running and hitting the ball, which I've never done. And but I just listen to them and hear what they are looking at. So because I've been doing this, I feel that the limitation of myself is not a hard wall. It's something that you can push outside and you can extend. And when you do this for 3 or 4 or 5 years, you'll never be an expert, but you start to at least understand what's going on. So when I was a logistic manager, I didn't have a long enough time. I had only been there for an year and a half. So I moved to somewhere different. So couldn't accumulate enough knowledge. But for the baseball part, I've been doing this for 5 years, coaching the players. So I starting to gain what is what is kind of a persuasive, at least to some area. And so the point is that when we tend to feel that our limitation is based on what we have as an experience. And when I listen to somebody, she wants to start some business, but whatever she says is that he wants to start this because I have this experience. I mean, we tend to start thinking from what we can do when we are doing new things. But in my approach, gold vision approach or the feed forward approach, it's different. There is something that you have an experience which is wonderful. However, we forget about that and just think about what I want to do or what should be good for the group or what would be good for the world. Even if you think so, maybe there are too many processes that you need to take to reach to that, and you may hesitate, and that is okay because that's part of process. But the first thing that you do, there's two way is start thinking from what you can do is one way, or start thinking from what's good for you or what's good for the world community. And there's no difference because it's just the thinking. So what I recommend is that even if you don't have an experience of whatever area, why not start at least think about what you want to do. This is what I learned yesterday through going through with a one-on-one meeting with 12 professional baseball players. And I was exhausted, but I enjoyed a lot. So I hope this will be some tip for advice or idea for you to move forward.